Ghana is your Nigerian Get Pleasure, bringing you political news in our channel Akroma TV. Dr. George Ofe has come out to blame the rain over John Mahama's poor ability to make things work in his time, according to him, in agriculture. Please watch.
All of a sudden, people talk as if there was no 2014. People talk as if there was no 2015. 2015, the economy grew at 2.1%. At the first half of the year, this economy that they say is collapsed. When the economy is collapsed, and we will look at it from the growth and the perspective, when the economy grows negatively for appreciable length of time, that's where we use such words. But when we have not even grown negatively, people say we are collapsed. Now, if you are calling this economy collapse, economy that at the first half quarter of the year, it grew at 4.2%. Second quarter, it grew at 3.2%. And so averagely, that gives you about 3.75, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
But 2015, the economy grew 2.1%. And so if you don't look at that as collapse, and you rather want to refer to the average economy growing at 3.75 as collapse economy, then I have a problem with you. You know,
in 2015, there was no global crisis.
There wasn't. And yet the economy grew at 2.1%.
That's abysmal.
Very, very abysmal. You know, 2016 that it even did well, it was 3.4. It was 3.4. And so you go and look at Nanado's growth rate, 6.5. You know, I don't give 2017 growth rate to Nanado. You know why?
No.
Because of the oil. It was oil inspired. Because you see, even if Nanado had not won, and President Mahama had won, 2017, the growth would have been higher.
Okay.
Because we ended the growth rate with 3.4. You know, and so that anytime I'm talking about 2017, the non-oil sector grew at 4.9%. So when I'm looking at Nanado in 2017, I look at non-oil sector. You know, because that indeed was the actual growth without the oil. You know, and that's the same story I always want to tell people. And when you say, hey, Kufuor discovered oil in commercial quantity somewhere 2007. And even people said that it was, I don't know, whatever. But at the end of the day, we have to start production of oil. And because we've never produced oil before, and we have to start it, it was huge component of our GDP. And so that year, the oil, the mining and quarrying subsector grew over 200%, 208%. That was not normal. That was not normal.
No,
the industrial sector grew over 40%. That was not normal because the industrial sector is where we have the mining and quarrying, where the oil sector is. So if you see these figures, it is clear that that growth was oil in part, and we grew over 14%. That has been the highest in our economic history. You know, and so the same way, I wouldn't say that it was because of any effort of that government that year, 2011, that's why we got that growth. I will also say the same thing, that 2017 growth was oil inspired and it wasn't Nanado's growth. But you push from 2018, look at the other sectors, telecommunication, look at the agricultural sector. That was almost dying because under President Mahama 2014, as I said, agricultural sector grew 0.9%. We were going zero without our agric. You know, but that one...
The IMF figures put a negative growth.
Yeah, some
for agricultural sector.
Some of the
under President Mahama, under equity.
Yeah. And so we were not doing well at all. But that one, you don't blame him so much because Ghanaian, the agricultural sector is generally rain fed. And so those years under President Mahama, maybe one of the reasons why he also didn't do very well, it didn't rain much. Like even today, it.
From his talk so far, you've gotten to know that he has blamed the rain, that it is because of the rain that the rain did not fall well. That's why agriculture sector did not do well. Like in John Mahama's tenure, the agriculture was a flop, and he has come out to analyze every bit of it. Although he has come with his own analysis about John Mahama, President Nanado, and Dr. Bawumia. And from all we have, you've seen that Dr. Bawumia's tenure is really doing wonders.
It was I think drizzling, if I should put it this way. So in December, we are still experiencing, it's still raining. So under Nanado, it has rained so well. I wouldn't say he's the one who brought it. But under President Mahama, we were not seeing that much. And that even affected Akosombo. Akosombo nearly dried. And that's why we had the Dumso and all those things. So agriculture sector nearly died. Plantain sellers. We're going to Cote d'Ivoire to buy plantain to come and sell in Ghana. Maize, we were importing maize. Today, go to Techiman market and see. They don't even have food is in abundance everywhere you go. My village there, I go and see food. Everywhere there is food. But the problem is the structure. Our public transport system is so bad, so weak, and so it doesn't matter how much food you have somewhere there, it doesn't get to Accra, or it gets to Accra at a very exorbitant, people who have to transport, who have to pay so much, so before they get here, we can't buy. And that's part of the reason why. But we shouldn't forget that whatever you want to buy, you can get it. In whatever quantity, you will get it. The only challenge is that, and that is structural. Going forward, we need to work very hard on the railway system and all that. And so when I recently went to, I was a team leader for Ghana National Household Registry. I was a team leader for that research, OT and Volta region. And when I was crossing Volta and I saw Nana-Bawumia, also, Nana-Bawumia has been able to push railway across the Volta.
So then Pakadan, I've seen it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
We need to do more of those things. So the train and all those things, if you go to Germany, tram, almost every minute is passing by. That's what we don't have. These are structural problems that you cannot use a day to address it. But the challenge is that, and that is structural. Going forward, we need to work very hard on the railway system and all that. And so when I recently went to, I was a team leader for Ghana National Household Registry. I was a team leader for that research, OT and Volta region. And when I was crossing Volta and I saw Nana-Bawumia, also, Nana-Bawumia has been able to push railway across the Volta.
So then Pakadan, I've seen it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
We need to do more of those things. So the train and all those things, if you go to Germany, tram, almost every minute is passing by. That's what we don't have. These are structural problems that you cannot use a day to address it. But that region, and when I was crossing Volta and I saw Nana-Bawumia, also, Nana-Bawumia has been able to push railway across the Volta.
So then Pakadan, I've seen it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
We need to do more of those things. So the train and all those things, if you go to Germany, tram, almost every minute is passing by. That's what we don't have. These are structural problems that you cannot use a day to address.
Please do well to like, comment, and follow. Put on notification bell so you get all our updates one by one. Thanks, my people.